Hello and welcome to all of our Gold viewers who are here with us today. Welcome, one and all. It's so wonderful to have you all here. We here at Gold, we're getting ready for our Gold Summer Learning Day, which is super excited. We are having our Life Day on August 18th. And with me here today is Dr. Mandy Golman. Welcome, Mandy. It's so nice to have you here today.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
You, of course, have a great session planned for us, and the title is Sizing Up Success, the latest research on flange fitting and pumping. Can't wait for that. But before we jump into the topic, tell us a little bit about your professional background and where you are in the world.
Amazing. So I am in Dallas, Texas. I'm currently a professor at the University of Texas at Tyler, which is about 90 miles east of Dallas. But it's nice because I am the PhD program coordinator and a professor there, and I teach in our PhD program in nursing. And so that's primarily remote, which is really nice. And I have a research line also around access to care for women and lactation and postpartum care. So I look at what are barriers to lactation care, effective practice, what are barriers just to postpartum care in general. I always say I have a soft spot for postpartum women, and obviously lactation is a big part of that.
Wonderful. And we need a big, big heart for that. It's wonderful to have that, and that you're doing research. That is so important because I feel like, yes, there has been more research in recent years, but there's still not nearly enough. Wouldn't you agree to that, Mandy?
Yes, I would agree. And that's actually not to segue too much into like our presentation
Yeah,
that we're
please
doing,
go.
but I'm always looking at where are the gaps in the research? What do
Mhm,
we wish that we had more information of? And so one of those is that I look at is access to care, but also
mhm,
I look at professionals. So barriers to, say, certification of lactation consultants. That's one study that we did recently, and one that we just recently did also led me to this, which is examining the background and information around pumping and flange fitting, really looking at how we're meeting the needs of our exclusive pumpers. So I'm
mhm.
constantly looking at where are the gaps and where do we need more information. So
Wonderful.
yes,
I can't wait.
yeah, sorry.
Go.
I feel like there's so many gaps in lactation research that I could be doing this till,
You
who
can do
knows
this
when.
for many more
Yeah,
years,
many more
right?
years. Yes.
So your topic is, of course, about pumping and flange sizing, and flange sizing has become such a hot topic in lactation care over the past few years, right? I remember a time, not to date myself, when my daughter was born over 20 years ago, it was like one fits all. And
Exactly.
that obviously didn't work, and many women were left, or pumping parents were left really high and dry, and it felt like it was their fault if things didn't work right. So, tell me a little bit, what have you noticed over the years? Also, the trends and what prompted maybe the search and attention, and also your research.
Okay, so I'll just give a little personal anecdote. I've been at this, I'm embarrassed to say 30-ish years. I'll just say 30-ish. Teaching breastfeeding classes, working as a lactation consultant, a newborn specialist, and postpartum nurse. And in my own experience, even 30 years ago, I realized, wow, there really was just one pump. And I hated pumping. And I was a
Mm,
full-time working mom. I hated
hmm
pumping. And I found myself, I would just tie myself to the baby. Luckily, I was flexible enough that I could like, my mom would bring me
hmm
the baby or something like that. So I noticed though that, and so I'm thankful that there's so much more opportunities and flanges and pumps and all of the things. I mean, it's so much better than it was 30 years ago, for sure. There's no comparison. But the flip side of that is that it's also can be overwhelming for
hmm
not only the families that we're trying to serve. I mean, obviously it's overwhelming for them, but for lactation consultants, like how are we supposed to possibly keep up with all of the pumps and all of the flanges? I mean, all of it just every day there's new things coming out. So
Yeah.
I really noticed that it's really hard to stay current. So
hmm
um,
hmm
yeah, and that was one thing when I thought, okay, well, what are the best guidelines in how we're fitting flanges and how we're recommending pumps? So being a researcher that I am, I went to the literature and I thought, wow, there really isn't even a lot of standardized guidelines of what
Hmm.
we're doing. So that really prompted me to really do a deep dive into the literature and into the
Hmm.
research to see what are the actual recommendations, because I know even just as a practicing lactation consultant for so many years, so much of what we know and do is based on our experience, right? But
Right.
I mean, we obviously bring that in, but at
Hmm.
some point we also need to stay current on, say, what are current recommendations and guidelines.
Absolutely. And you brought up the guidelines and recommendations. It feels like there's a lot of different opinions, right? And different, or, here's some people work from hearsay or what works for them, or, it feels like can be very confusing and overwhelming, and not only for the parents, but also for the lactation consultant who's trying to really establish, really good care and really
Right.
practice evidence-based, right?
Right. And we actually, so we surveyed, we did a study recently where we surveyed, I think our sample was about 359 exclusive pumpers, and we
Hmm.
found that the majority of them are getting their flange fitting and pumping advice from what we would call I'll put in quotes, informal sources, so not the lactation consultant. They're getting
Hmm.
it from internet searches or Reddit or Facebook groups. They're not actually getting the information. Actually, I left out TikTok. That's a big one.
Hmm.
So,
That's a big one.
and
Yeah.
and you know, there's nothing wrong with that. We're thankful that we have all this information at our fingertips, but we also need to make sure that we're providing, as you said, evidence-based, like evidence-informed information, that we're
Hmm.
pushing that out when we can.
So that's a good one. You're saying about talking about pushing it out when you can. One way, of course, here at Gold, right? Like in, educating the educators,
Right.
and the lactation consultants and the practitioners. But what can you recommend? What do you think is really a good tool for pushing out the information? You mentioned TikTok. I mean, social media, we always talk about it as, oh, there's bad information, which is true. But is there a way we can maybe utilize it in a positive way that we push out evidence-based information? What would you recommend here?
Yes, 100%. So when I go into a new client's home, I always say, who are your people that you're looking to online? And I can usually guess the four or five, and I have my favorites and I have my less favorites. And
Hmm.
so I vet a lot of people and online that are on TikTok, on Instagram. And so I'll say, you know what, like go to these three sources and I recommend them. A lot of people tell me I myself need to start a TikTok or an Instagram. My own clients are constantly telling me that. So I think it's just making sure that I think that the benefit of Gold, honestly, is that you're providing a train the trainer so that training educators so that we can be pushing it out to the lactation consultants in the field who can then be providing the information and the credibility online.
Absolutely. Yes. You mentioned something earlier about like how to stay current, which is so hard. It feels like this is, oh my goodness, there's so much coming out every month, a new wearable pump, a new this, a new tool, apps. What do you recommend there? How can we, I mean, it feels like we still need more and more research to keep up with what's coming, right?
Yes, yes,
Tell me a little bit.
100%. I know I keep saying 100%, but everything you say is so spot on. So we really do need to stay current, and I think that's partly, by reviewing the literature and seeing what's
Hmm.
out there. But I also think that, and this is kind of my overarching message that I give in the talk, is that we can't possibly know every single
Mm-mm.
pump that's
Hmm.
out there, every single flange. We just can't. I mean, we just don't even make enough money to be able to purchase all of these
Right.
and
Yeah.
build up. I mean, that's the fact, like it gets costly, right? If we were going to start doing all that. But I think that we have to recognize overarching themes in the pumps, like, and recognizing what is the problem that we're trying to solve, and
Hmm.
then looking at what type of pump, what type of flange, and so we're not providing, say, there's not one single best pump or one perfect flange or one perfect flange
Mm.
size, but that we recognize as practitioners that outcomes are influenced by multiple factors, and we need to look at those factors and then decide what type of those things and then make those recommendations based on evidence that we know.
Absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to listen to your presentation. And before I let you go, Mandy, final words here. What are you hoping our viewers will take away from your presentation in the end?
So really, is really just what I said, that there isn't a single best flange size. There isn't a single best pump. The best solution is, there's just a best solution for the specific problem for a specific client.
Mm, love it. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Dr. Mandy Golman, for being here with me today, chatting about the presentation. And we can't wait to have you back here at Gold on
Thank
August
you.
18th for the live presentation.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
And now here's some information for our viewers. If you are now, of course, curious and want to find out more about this presentation and the other two presentations on the Summer Gold Learning Day, we invite you to go to goldlearning.com. There you'll find out all the information and, of course, also when the live sessions are held. But if you are not yet sure what you're doing on August 18th, don't worry. Check this information out, sign up, and you will also get the access to the recording so you can watch it at your convenience. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you all on Gold Summer Learning Day. Bye bye, everyone.